Good morning and welcome to this week's weekly analysis. We have 7 instruments on to go over today. Most of them are part of the easy money strategy. And then we have a bearish order block on US 30. So let's get started. For GBP, oh, hold on just a second. So for Euro NZD, we have currently we have a bearish, we had a bearish weekly. Let's see. We had a bearish weekly. Price never came back last week to tap into the order block. Price is currently sitting in the wicks of a weekly order block. Overall, price has been bullish. So we're looking for, price is probably going to sell, but we're definitely looking for a pullback in this zone of this weekly order block. There is a key level here. So price, so what we know is price broke structure here. Price is pulling back for the correction. And because price has been bearish for several weeks, we're looking for price to, as we just mentioned, to pull into this zone here, possibly pull back to this order block that was never tapped into, and then continue selling to the downside. If we look to the left, let me go to the monthly. Let's go to the, so here's a 2-month bearish order block that price is currently tapping into. So price could either continue to fill the wicks of this 2-month order block. It's also within a 2-month order block. So again, price could pull down to this zone here and then start buying back up, right? So we currently are in a monthly order block. So we are definitely looking for price to continue pushing up at this point. But of course, we're waiting for, or if you're trading the sell, we're waiting for the correction to complete. The correction could complete here. The correction could come down some more. I don't see the correction going past this zone, but price could pull back here and then continue going up. So again, with that being said, we're in a bullish order block. We're within a bullish order block. I would be looking for price to push up to this order block and then either push back down or continue to the upside. If we go to the daily, And let me go back to the weekly and mark this as weekly weekly sell order block. And this is the weekly buy order block. Okay. So we're going to the daily. So this is our current swing low. So if price breaks this low, we're definitely going to continue selling down to this zone here. Okay. Or this imbalance. So on the 4 hour, as we can see, the price is, like we stated, is bearish. Okay. Don't need that to see that it's bearish. Price broke past, violated this 4 hour order block. So on the 4 hour order block, we have imbalance within the zone. That price is currently tapping into. And we also have a little more imbalance down here. And we also have this order block here. So price can pull up to, if we're basing it off price action, to this zone here to continue selling down. Based on the 4 hour, we don't have confirmation for a buy. This is the actual last swing high. This is your current swing high. This 4 hour order block has already been tapped into. So I would be looking for price to tap into this imbalance, which is also in alignment with, I'm sorry, with this candle here, price action. This is, I consider that price action. There's an imbalance here that price may pull into to continue selling. I'm just going to mark this as a sell zone. But I would definitely set an alert. And once price got into this zone, see if price starts to break structure to the downside. If so, then you can sell from this zone or wait for price to pull back. Price can come anywhere between here and here and start selling again. Okay, so that's the high, this is the low. All right, next we have GBP AUD on the weekly. We have another zone that is, we have a weekly order block that has not been tapped into yet. And then we are also within the wicks of the weekly, another weekly order block. So we're going to mark this as a buy zone. Or should I mark it week? No, that's good. So price is currently within a buy zone. Again, this is an easy money strategy. There's very little wick on here. So price is expecting to start pushing to the upside, either to mitigate healthy price action to this wick here, or push up to our weekly order block to continue selling. Price is bullish, so I would And of course, you know me, buy until you can't buy anymore. Price could continue pushing up because price is bullish. This was the break of structure here on the weekly. Okay, that was the break of structure there. So price could continue going up. I would like to see price break this low before I would consider more sales to the downside. But for now, price is within a bullish order block, and price could continue buying up, or if it breaks, definitely if it breaks this low, then I would be looking for the pullback to this. Well, there's an order block here. So I would need to see it break this current swing high right here. Or price could pull back here, break, and then pull back into this zone and continue selling. So that's on the daily. On the 4-hour, there is a 4-hour order block here. Oops. Okay. So price could pull down into this zone. Like I said, it could break this low if price is thinking about selling to the downside. Of course, we have a break of structure. So your thought process is there's a pullback for continuation. If price does not break this low and starts breaking structure to the top side, then I would be looking for a continuation. Right now, price is at the 88. Okay. So if it pulls back to the 100, I would be, like I said, looking for the pullback for a continuation of a sell. Okay. We have GBP CAD, which is a weekly, another one. So for GBP CAD, we have, this was the last, whoops. This was the last break of structure here. Okay. And then price broke the swing low. So we are looking for price to come back. And we have an imbalance here. We have an imbalance here, sell zone. So I would be looking for price to tap into this zone for a continuation of a sell. And my target would be these lows here. So actually, since price didn't break this high, I would definitely be looking for price to come down here for a long-term trade, but I would say target, you will want to target these lows once price pulls back and starts selling back down. And we're talking just from the bottom of that zone, approximately 700 pips. Because price never broke this swing high, so price is probably going to keep selling down. All right. Next we have GBP JPY, which was a weekly. So we have a break of structure here. This is our swing low. Current price is currently in this zone of the order block. So we're going to set that there. My guess is price is probably going to violate this order block, this weekly order block, pull back, and then sell down to this zone. Price did tap into the order block. So I'm going to go down because this wick pulled back. So I'm going to see if it's breaking structure to the top side at any point. So price tapped into that zone. Tapped into, this was the institutional candle, which was the last down candle before the up move. However, price is still bearish, right? So price filled this imbalance here, as you can see. Price filled this imbalance here and then dropped. It's within this order block, so I would definitely wait for price to either break above, pull back, and then continue buying up, or break below, pull back, and continue selling down. Don't forget, this is the major swing high. Price broke here, so that makes that the high. So price could pull back into this, somewhere in this area, and then start selling down. This is the high. This is the low. Okay. Of course, if we see price break this low here, if price comes and breaks this low, then we're looking for the pullback to continue selling down to these lows. Okay. So I'm actually gonna mark this low here, but we do know that right here now, this is the high, this is the low. For GBP NZD, maybe remove that. We have weekly, another easy money strategy. We have, that's weird. Okay, so we have the wicks of this order block here. Price, let me explain. So this was the high here. Price broke structure. Left an imbalance, price pulled into the imbalance and then broke through the imbalance. So we're waiting for price to pull back. Price never, this is the indecision candle. However, price never came back for healthy price action to this zone. So this is, so we had a push up. I would consider this a low or this the low. So if price breaks through, then we're waiting for a pullback for a continuation to these lows or within this order block. Okay. Which is likely going to happen because the didn't break these highs. Looking for price to break these lows for a continuation to the downside. If we mark up so this was the low and then this was the high. Okay. Price created equal lows right here from here to here. Equal lows. Price did not break this high. And if it starts breaking structure to the downside, of course, we're looking to go grab these equal lows possibly. If price does not, of course, price is overall bullish. So this can push here and then continue to go for these highs, to go for that high. Okay, so let's go down to the daily. I like to mark the swing. This is the swing. And on the 4-hour, price is overall bearish right now. Current price is bearish. We say the weekly was bearish, the daily. So we're just looking for basic price action to see what's going to happen with this trade. So if it pushes up, we're possibly to come to possibly to push back into this area or daily. There's imbalance up in here. There's price action and imbalance right here. Price can pull back into and then keep selling. For me, this is the swing high. Depending on your trading plan, where your swing high is located, it's up to you. Let me go to the 15-minute. There are some minor level highs. I would personally wait for a price to break. This order block here before buying, but it's currently up to you. If you wish to make that your last swing high, you can wait for price to break this area for the pullback and then the continuation. But it would definitely need to break these highs. These are equal highs. This is liquidity here. So price can pull back into this zone and continue selling down. Next, we have GBP USD. We have a weekly, last week it was bearish. We see that price broke structure and then broke structure. Okay. And then once it broke structure, it pulled back. This weekly candle pulled back into the order block and started selling. So now we have another break of structure. So we're expecting price to pull back somewhere. We have a weekly imbalance here. We have, there's some imbalance in here or zone here to continue selling. So I would set my alerts at these two, well, pretty much at this zone. If it keeps buying up, you can set your alert up here and wait for price to start changing structure. Okay, and then once price comes into one of these zones, then you would target the next set of lows, or there's imbalance in here. You can target, or this low here. Okay. So again, once price pulls back, now if price comes here first and then pulls back, I would then again set your alert. There's no wick on. Well, why is it showing me that? There was no wick on this candle, barely any wick. There's a little tiny one. A little tiny one. So you can definitely expect some type of pullback. There's barely any wick on here. So I would expect price to come back to at least to this area. And we're talking approximately 180 pips. If it's going to go more, we're talking 323 pips. So definitely look for a break of structure before going into the buy. And let's go down to the daily. So currently you have a little structure here, daily highs here, order block here. This can get violated. Price can come back into this zone. This is actually if you look here, there's a key level here of support and resistance. Price could pull back into here and then continue selling down. Okay. And last but not least, we have a weekly bearish order block on US 30. If you were in, you're good. So what we had here was we had a break of structure, right? Okay. And then price, hopefully we can get a break of structure here. But once price came and gave a bearish order block, price tapped into the order block and then started selling. It broke this low, broke this low. So now here are the next lows to target. Also, this was a bullish order block that tapped into the bearish order block and started selling. As we can see, started selling. And now we have this order block that has gotten violated. So we are looking for a pullback to somewhere to price action, either to the wick here or maybe into this order block. Okay. If we mark up the order block to current price, and I said it's either going to come here based on price action, which is the 23.6 or the 38. If it pulls back to the order block, then that would be 50% 618. This order block would be the golden zone. Price could pull back into the 78. I'm not going to say what my guess is going to be, but I would definitely set an alert here and watch for price to do what price is going to do. And then once you start seeing breaks of structure, once it gets to wherever it's going to go, then you can sell it down to the -27, which is in the wicks of this order block. If price decides it's not going to break this low and starts buying back up because price is bullish. So got the break here, break here. It can pull back and then start buying up some more, or break structure and wait for the pullback to continue selling down. And that is all we have for this week. Wishing everybody a happy trading week next week. See you.